Today we're going to dive into the basics of channels on Dexcelerate. So I'll show you how to get there. You want to go to Scanner and then click on Channels. And right away you're going to see this long list of all these different call channels that Dexcelerate is showing us right now. And the purpose of the channels page is to find channels, and you can also review them and look at their stats and sort it by age. And we'll get to that in just a sec, and potentially find gems, real good call channels to snipe. And you can also search by name. So let's say you know one on the top of your head. You can do, for example, I know Mark Degens. You can search, and right away you can take a look at this channel. And sometimes it won't pop up is because the call channel on Telegram, in their name, they have some characters or symbols that Dexcelerate doesn't recognize. So in order for you to see them, you actually do want to be in their call channel and on Telegram, and then it will pop up for you. As well, before we continue and I show you some other things, when we go to channel filters here, like I just selected, you can deselect these two and leave Telegram on, and it'll show you all the call channels that you're in. So in the last 24 hours, this group has made a call, but if you do last 30 days, it'll show you. So I'm in these two groups, two call channels. So this is how you view your own call channels that you're in, if any of you guys are wondering how to do that. Going back now, we can select these again, and I'm going to show you a strategy how to find a good call channel. So we can go to the section here which shows last 30 days, 7 days, or 3 days, or 24 hours. So for my strategy, I like to look at call channels that are active and have made calls in the last 3 days. So I'm going to select 3 days. Now we can select channel filters. And here, I like to look at call channels that have made at least 10 calls in the last 3 days. So you can set from how much you want here to how much you want here. Or you could do from 10 to 20, for example. And you can do win rate. So I like to look at call channels that have minimum 50% and then just click apply. Now we can see the list got a lot shorter. And let's say I want to review one of them. So Alice in Wonderland, for example, we're going to click on her. And right away on the 3 days, it'll show us her stats. So it'll show all these different coins that she's called. She's made 11 calls. Her highest return was a 7.6x. And she's made 6 wins. And she's generated 5 losses. So she has a 55% win rate almost. So this channel is looking pretty good. And you can also go further and review the stats over here. So here's the token name, and this is the newest one, the latest one she's called, and here would be the oldest. And you can see things like where she called it at, the market cap. So she called it at 141K market cap, and the all-time high was $1 million. So it did a 7.6x. So you can look at these details here and decide if you want to snipe this call channel. So let's say before we want to copy her, you want to look further, you can go to 30 days. And you can see here, she's pretty consistent. Her win ratio is still close to 55%. So, this could be potentially a good call channel to snipe. So instead of going back to terminal and setting up your bots how I showed you in the previous videos, there's actually a quick action button here called copy trade, where you can select it and you can just set it up right here, like how I showed you in the previous videos. You can do your trigger amounts here. You can set up your take profits here, and then do your fees, your slippage and your fees here, and then click start, and that's it. Your bot will be created. So this is a very powerful tool to find channels, analyze them, and then snipe them.